Hello, everyone. Today I want to talk to you about something that we have guilty of some points in our lives. It's a habit that seems harmless, even normal, but it actually is very dangerous for our goals and our well-being. I'm talking about procrastination, and I say Paris is the dog of procrastination. So you may think, oh, I work better under pressure, or I'll do it later, but delaying tasks is not as productive as starting them on time, right? So, in fact, the longer we wait, the more stressful everything becomes. Because I used to believe that rushing at the last minute made more creative, and not anyone. Now I know that stress doesn't help me to be creative, and it destroys some tasks that I do. So let me give you an example. I once had a very important assignment, and I told myself, oh, I'll still have time, and I keep delaying it. When the deadline arrived, I had no choice but to stay up all night. I finished it, yes, but it's very difficult. The quality wasn't as good as I had imagined. The next day, maybe I feel tired and frustrated about that. And worst of all, I knew I could have done better right, if I had just started earlier. So now I plan ahead and I feel much better about my results. When we often see procrastinations as something small, but in reality, it's as harmful as any bad habit. It becomes a circle, and you delay, you stress, you regret, and then you do it again. So it's not easy to break, and is possible to give this advice all of the time in your life. Yes. So I want to know that you are not alone. So do I have a struggle with procrastination too, but here is the mic, the thing that we can stop it. We need to stop it. And nowadays we use apps, alarms, planners, some things that we think maybe like technology. It will help me to remember some things, but that's just another trap. Procrastination is not caused by a lack of stuff, is too caused by a lack of decisions, right? So let's look at it from a different angle. So you can imagine that you had started working on your own project a week early, so you would have had time to think, to review, to ask some questions. Instead of rushing, you could enjoy the process. You could even help others or ask for help, for example. That's the power of not procrastinating. And Trust me, I think it's satisfying as finish something right before the deadline is only without the anxiety. I've also noticed something interested when we let procrastination take control of our lives, we lose confidence in ourselves. But when you finish task earlier, you feel proud, empowered, right? We believe in our potential. That is why we must say practice of throw of procrastination. So, you know, many students says, "Ah, the teacher made me do this project late because they will give it late." But let's to be honest, it we have if we have free time, we can do use it, right? So blaming others only hides our own responsibility. And let me ask you, for example, have you ever said, "Oh, I didn't have time, so I have." Oh, but the truth is, we didn't have time, or you had the time, but you didn't do your task, right? And that's the key. The time manage is very important. It's not about having time, it's about make the time, right? By the way, you don't you do you know that the procrastination have been studied in psychologists? So some people studies uh, let us know that the people how constantly procrastinate experience more anxiety, more guilty, and even depressions. Some scientists even say that procrastination is not laziness; it's a way of escaping of fear. Maybe the fear is not the fear of failure, right? Failure or imperfection of responsibility. So that's why I believe we need to face it. We need to challenge ourselves. We need to say, "I will start now, no later." And if we fall, we will learn. So if we had, if we ever had many time, or you had a little brother get his work or his homework done, but his tutor because he wait too long anything. That's the cause from he didn't learn anything. He just submit something. That's not the real learning, right? So please, classmates, purge the thought of procrastination. Don't let it become part of your identity, your life. Don't let it define how you study or how you do your work or how do you live. You deserve better. We all can do better that. So let's start today. Let's act right now. Let's not wait for the perfect moment. So, because the perfect moment it's right now, okay? So, thank you for listening.